Hello, and happy Wednesday. Thank you for being here. It's me, RaShawn-Renée, and today is another Wisdom Wednesday. Yay to you for being here, for showing up, and for celebrating yourself, meaning showing up. You're celebrating yourself when you show up. Because what you're saying is, I am choosing to get a deposit, a bite-sized piece of wisdom to apply it to my life so that you can continuously up-level your life. That's a beautiful celebration to you. So that's why I applaud you. So again, thank you for being here. So we've got a lot to talk about today, and what we're going to talk about is something that we all do. It's something that we all have. It's something that either propels our life forward, keeps us stagnant, or takes us into a downward spiral. And before I tell you, well, you know the topic today, right? Self-talk is self-love. And before we really get into the self-love and the self-talk, I want to ask a question. Who do you spend the most time with? Think about that for a second. Who is the person that you spend the most time with? You have an answer? Is it your spouse? Would you say? Let's see. Are there some chats? Is it your spouse? Is it your best friend? Is it your roommate? Who is it? Who would you put that you spend the most time with? What would you say? Okay. Well, unless you said you. Did you say you? How many of you said you? Yeah, the first time I was asked that question, I listed the person that I spent the most time with, not even thinking I am the person that I spend the most time with. I spend the most time with me, just like you spend the most time with you. And that's why we're having this conversation today, because self-talk really is self-love. And how you're speaking to yourself matters. And not only does it matter, it absolutely penetrates every area of your life. So here's another question. Would you want to share time? Oh, I like there are more chats coming in. Would you want to share time with people that demean you verbally? Would you want to share time with someone that doesn't speak kindly to you? Would you want to share time with someone that's constantly a critic in your ear? The answer is no, right? And yet so often our self-talk is negative self-talk. It's not the nurturing, loving, uplifting self-talk that inspires us. It's the self-talk that demeans us, that holds us stagnant, that has us repeating our life cycles over and over again. In addition to not excavating, examining, and releasing the familial conditioning, which you do when you self-talk, when you start learning how to control your self-talk. One of the byproducts of that is you start excavating a lot. Oh, let's see all these chats that are coming in. I've got to put on my glasses so I can see everything that's coming in. That's what I want to do. Let's see what it says. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So, that was Anytime You Can Chat Me, and I'm going to read it, and I so appreciate that the chats are saying right now, the kids they're quarantined, right? Because they're doing homeschooling. So the answer from the mom was her kids, without recognizing that it's her. She spends the most time with herself. We all think that. We all think that it's someone outside of us that we spend the most time with, and yet we're with ourselves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We can't run, we can't hide, we are always there. Okay, so let me just go back to this point. We wouldn't want to spend time with someone that is not valuing who we are. So that's what we have to learn to do for ourselves. Value who we are and talk to ourselves lovingly. It's so important, self-talk, that we recently created an ebook about it titled Learn You More, Love You More, which I'm going to read from in a little while. Learn You More, Love You More. I want you to download it. The link is in the chat, and the link is also here posted or there posted somewhere so that you can absolutely download the book. And you want to download it sooner than later, because right now we're offering it complimentary, but very soon that will not be it. And thank you for all of you that are sharing with us that the copy is too good not to have someone pay for it. So thank you for all of that is communicating that to us. I want to read something to you about self-talk from Learn You More, Love You More. And before I do that, I want to talk to you about the importance of how you're speaking to yourself. You believe you more than you believe anyone else. I'm just going to repeat that. And it's such a powerful statement. We could actually end our Wisdom Wednesday at this moment, just if you got this point. You believe you more than you believe anyone else. So what you say to yourself about you, you believe, and then you live. And your outward appearance in your life is exactly a reflection of your self-talk and what you believe about you. That was a drop the mic moment right there. Did you see that? Drop the mic moment right there. Oh my goodness. So you have to learn you more so you can love you more, so that you're able to change your negative self-talk to nurturing self-talk, to learning self-talk, to engaging self-talk, to honoring self-talk, and to valuing you. And when you do that, then your world opens up, and the life that you really want to live starts to manifest right in front of you, because you believe you more than anyone else. So let me just read something to you from Learn You More, Love You More. In the self-talk section, the book is divided into two sections. The first section is self-talk, and it talks to you about how to speak to yourself in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And then the second section of the book is a series of love letters. And all of those love letters are communications from you to the person you want to give it to. Your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, your friends. And it's a communication from your heart to their heart. Because sometimes self-talk gets in the way of you communicating the loving that you feel for another. So we're supporting you in that. So I'm just going to read a little bit of first thing in the morning self-talk. It says, embrace the day. It's so beautifully written. Everything is beautifully written. Morning. I just read a chat over here that just made me smile so much. Yes, I want to spend more time with you too. When you are first awaking in the morning, before you're fully conscious, and when you're in that in-between state of sleep, and you're feeling all the possibilities of your day, and then all of a sudden, there's something going out there, but I'm just going to speak louder over it, okay? So we know when that happens. You wake up first thing in the morning, the possibility of your days are feeling spectacular. You know that there's so much you can accomplish that day. And the bed is feeling super cozy and you just don't want to get out. So instead of getting out of the bed, then you just kind of snuggle over, right? And then after you do that, snuggle over, you fall back asleep. And then what happens? You wake up later than you had anticipated. You're rushing through the day and the self-talk is beating you up. And so throughout the day, you really never feel grounded or nurtured or supported because you're spending the day beating yourself up for not getting out of the bed when you first awoke, for not doing the things that you told yourself you could do when you first woke up. And so you pay for that all day. Your day isn't as great, grand, and glorious as it could be because of your self-talk. And then let's say you get to the afternoon and you decide, you know what? I'm just going to stop this negative self-talk. And then something happens in the afternoon and you're floating in your thoughts. And you're not necessarily beating yourself up, but you don't have any focused thinking. You're just floating through the day. In Learn You More, Love You More, which you're going to download today, yes, download it. You need to download it today. Then it gives you information on how to talk to yourself in the afternoon. And then how to talk to yourself in the evening for a peaceful night's sleep so that you can rest, wake up rejuvenated, and wake up feeling like you really are valuable, precious, magnificent, unique, splendid. You believe you more than you believe anyone else. This is so important that you get this. It's the most important thing that I'm going to say it's the most important thing that you can ever take in for yourself to learn to trust yourself. What you say to you, you believe more than you believe anyone else. We say it all the time here at Real Truth. What you say matters. What you do matters. How you live matters. It all absolutely matters. So I am asking you, self-talk equals self-love. Grow into loving you more by learning you more. Because when you love you more, you absolutely love you more. So let's talk a little bit more about self-talk. The next time you hear yourself saying something negative to you, pause. There are instructions in the book as well. Pause. Acknowledge yourself that you've just heard yourself say something to you that's unkind. Reframe that conversation in a way that will be nurturing to you, that will uplift you, and that will give you the grace that you are learning. I said the other day in a communication, in an engagement, actually. I just wasn't in communication with someone, I was in engagement. When we see these little adorable babies and they're trying to walk, and as a toddler, they fall, they get up, they fall, they get up. And all of us around them look at them and gush over them. How sweet it is that they are learning to walk. How sweet it is that they are so determined that they are really going to walk eventually. We look at them in awe and we gush over them. And yet when we're learning something, we don't look at it the same way. We don't gush over ourselves. We don't acknowledge ourselves for the steps that we're taking. So today, after you download Learn You More, Love You More, and you become mindful where you're thinking about what you're thinking about and saying to yourself, and you are remembering that what you say to you matters and that you believe you more than anyone else, what you are going to do is gush over yourself as you are learning to release the negative self-talk. Because it doesn't just happen like this. So the next time you're speaking to yourself unkindly, pause, acknowledge to yourself, I'm learning how to eradicate negative self-talk. And this is what I'd like to say to myself. Say whatever it is that you just said only in a way that is nurturing to you, and continue practicing. Continue building the muscle of learning to take your self-talk and have it be self-love. That's what you want to do. Because you matter. Because you are valuable. Because you are precious. And you really matter. So, don't forget to download your book today. Today. Practice talking lovingly to yourself. Practice talking lovingly to yourself. And remember that you believe you more than you believe anyone else. So it's so important that you trust you and that you talk to yourself in the way that you would want to be talked to. And you know what else that does? That helps you take governance over how you allow other people to speak to you. The benefit of loving self-talk is stupendous. So make certain that you absolutely learn to speak lovingly to yourself. So what are you going to do? We're going to finish this video right now, right? I said video because maybe you're looking at it later. I'm going to finish this live right now. As soon as I finish this live, you're going to download Learn You More, Love You More. You're going to pay attention, be mindful of the thoughts you're thinking about you, because you believe you more than anyone else, and you spend more time with you than anyone else, and it is imperative for you to learn to love you. So take your time today to really be with you. Remember you're valuable. Remember that you're going to speak to yourself kindly. And then watch. Watch how the exterior of your life begins to change. Watch how the people around you start speaking to you differently because of the way you talk to yourself and honor yourself. And watch how much better you feel about you because you believe you more than anyone else. Self-talk absolutely is self-love. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for choosing self-love. You know what I want you to do with that, right? Grab the kiss. Put it in your heart. Remember, you matter. You are valuable. And self-talk is self-love. See you later.